Everyone, JB here with another video, and you can see by this title, I'm assuming, it's a very different kind of video, kind of a personal one, but I did want to talk about it because I thought it could be a learning lesson for some people. So my day Monday, as you can see, this is my call history. 911, call my mom twice. 911, call my mom. Right. So this was the first 911 call at 9:53 a.m. This is right on my way to school. And the reason for that I will show right here. I'm sorry if I'm jumping into this really fast. I've tried recording it several times, but I kept having to pull up more stuff because I wanted to show like the timestamps and all that. So I'm on my way to school. I see the traffic went from like 70 or 80 down all the way down to like 20, and I'm like, what's going on? There's a fire. There's like smoke, and I see right here.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, there's a fire that started. So that's one thing. And then secondly, that's the wrong one. 1 second.
Oh shit, there's a fucking fire in the freeway.
Yeah, there's a fire right there. So yeah, as you can see right here, that's the fire. So yeah, not good. Not good right there. That there was another fire. So that was my beginning of my day. So I had to call 911 saying, hey, I reported this fire. Hey, there's a fire on blah 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 place. I have to blur out freaking the freeways. So yeah, basically that is what happened there. So it doesn't seem that bad. I'm not in any danger right there, obviously. Well, not really any danger. And then I called them a second time, 911, and you see it's 8:08 p.m. So this is after my time at school. I am leaving, I'm driving at night, and basically what happened is I'm in my car, and yeah, let me just show you. This is what happened to my car. So this is the POV I saw. So say that the dash cam is seeing, this is what happened to me. For the most part. Right on here. Except mine didn't happen because of ice. So my car also, when it did it, instead of going to the right, my car went to the right first, and then I spun leftward. So my car went like this. So you see there was kind of like lurches to the left like that, and then they overcorrect. So mine did that, but it went to the right, and then I overcorrected to the left, and I spun in the freeway. And you realize this is 8:08 p.m. It's pitch black. There's the only lights is from cars and a few like lights of like surrounding areas. So that is what happened. Now what happened was I was driving on the way home. I'm driving about like 60, 70 miles an hour. I think it's around 60. Maybe a little bit faster. I'm not sure. And this car starts to go into my lane. Now they're not just going to my lane. They're like my car is, so say like my car is right here. My car is this little eye information thing, and my cursor's their car, and it's going like this, and it's about to hit my car. And I've never been in a situation. I've been in like 4 or 5 car accidents in my life, none of which I was driving in, and none of which were my family members' faults. So I've been in a lot of car accidents. So I've never been driving during one though. So I swerved to the right and overcorrected to the left. So imagine that let me see. Let me get this one, MS Paint. Yeah. So basically, my car here, other car right here, and it's just coming in. So then I go like this, then I go like this. So this is the fastest lane. This is the lane I was in, and my car goes like this, spins, and ends up right here. So it does like I think it would have gone like this. So like the car is like flipping, and it ends up this way, facing the correct direction, right? And then this is the fastest lane is right here. So my car crossed a lane and went there, I believe. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, I couldn't remember if it crossed 1 or 2 lanes. I drove past the area that it happened today. Well, yesterday technically, because I'm recording this like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. And I realized it wasn't 2 lanes I crossed over, it was only 1. But it was very terrifying. So what happened then? So let me clear this. So my car is sitting here in this lane There's another lane here. There's like the barrier right here, and then there's that lane and this lane I was in. So my car's here, and it's not working. My car will not move. All of the engine light on, the check engine light is on. The check your oil light is on. Everything's on. My so then my car won't move, and I put it in park, put it in drive, put it in park, put it in drive. It's not working. So I call my mom first. I believe did I call my mom first? Or did I call my mom? I think this is like the second. So I called her once, then I called her again later on. Let me check my phone really quickly to make sure, because it's slightly a blur for me. Yeah. So I called her. So okay. So both of these calls were so one of them was at 7:56 p.m. for 6 minutes. That was me saying, "Hey, I'm going to head home. I hope to see you there." And she's like, "Okay, cool." And the other one is 8:07 p.m. So I called her when I got in that. I have it. So I swerved and went in. I didn't hit any cars. I didn't hit anybody. I don't know how. I did not get hit. My car did not get hit at all. I'm so lucky for that. Like I'm so lucky. Like there's so many cars going by me, but so I got there, and my car won't move. So I called my mom, and I told her I'm on the freeway. My car's not working, and I can't move, and those cars are going by me, and I think I'm about to get hit. So she says hang up and call 911. So I hang up. I call 911. I'm like, I'm on the freeway. I'm on the blah 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 freeway. I'm not going to say what freeway it was. I'm heading away from my school name. I'm going in like X like direction, right? So I give them the stuff. I'm like, I see they're like, hey, what is by you? I'm like, I give them like a general like the area, like what the area is known for, and I tell them like what the exit name is, right? And they ask me if I have like AAA. I'm like, yeah. They're like, do you know your membership number? I'm like, no. And this whole time, they're asking me questions, and so this is the scariest thing that happened. I'm gonna be see if I can draw this. So say this is my car, and actually this is my car up here, and this is the lane. And there's a car. What would happen? This would be a car right here, and they'd see me and they go, right, or they go, but they mostly would go, right. So what would happen is, so usually it was around here, and sometimes they would see it and they'd slow down and stop here, and then they'd go, right. No one stopped telling me. I don't expect them to, right? It's a really dangerous situation. You shouldn't go to your car. But what would happen? This was the scariest thing. Was there'd be two cars. So one would go and the other one would travel to here, then So the most scared I think I've ever been was there was 3 cars. So one and then one it was like last minute, and I'm not sure if anyone has I'm sure someone has. You'll be like just sitting in your car. Have you ever been sitting in your car and you're just like sitting on the side of the road, and someone like drives by you super fast and your entire car shakes? That happened a lot because people were driving in this lane. So also, I wasn't so my car's not working. I'm sitting there on the operator talking to them, and they're like, we're gonna get someone out there. And as they're talking to me, I'm like, I'd be like, I'm on the, because there'd be one that's about to hit me, and they're like going off like at this point, like jerking over, like their car's like like it's like their car's like almost like squiggling too. I'm like, thank God no one got hurt like in this situation. So they hang up. They're like, we're sending someone out there, right? I want to get a cop out there so that they can like stop the people from driving, all this stuff. So I call my mom back again immediately. Was it this? What was it? What was the? I don't know. Brush. Yeah. So I call my mom, and see, can I get? I call my mom and I tell her the situation, and she's like, the first time I called her, she was telling me these other things. Like she's like, oh, do this. I'm like, okay, nothing's working. My car's not driving. So then I call her again. So she's like, I'm on my way to you. So she's like driving, and to get to me. The way the exits are set up is she'd have to get off at one way and try to get back on, but you can't get off there, so she'd have to drive all the way back to like where I got on the freeway. So it would take like 30 minutes for you to even get there. So she tells me to turn the engine off and turn the engine back on. So I do that, and my car doesn't have any lights on it, and I put it in drive, and I'm able to drive. So I drive out of there, and I make it home. It was probably one of the scariest things I've ever been in. And I went back so I went back earlier yesterday, which would be today, and that's what this footage is. So I wanted to show exactly where it happened. So it was like right around here, I believe. I was like right here, where so I'm here, and the other car goes like this over to like my so like they're coming to my lane right here, right? And you can see it was like right here. I believe it's right here, because you can see this right here is where I'm losing control. You can see my streak mark where my car, when I I went like to the right, and then it went over. It's I don't know why it's so grainy, but it went over into here. So I think I spun somewhere here, and I ended up here. It's actually kind of really good. It's grainy, so I don't have to blur things out as much. So I'm like this. You can see the lines. I believe these are my lines, because you can see. So actually, so this is what I think happened, to be 100%. It's because I was dark, so I couldn't see exactly. I think it was right around here where I like went to the right and then went over, or something like that. Because I think the streaking right here is me backwards, and then I flip around right around here, because I remember being stopped right here, and I couldn't have spun right here, so I stopped like right here. You see, I stopped the footage right away after I finished that, but yeah, it was one of the most terrifying things in my life. I think I was driving today, and I felt a lot of anxiety. But yeah, I just wanted to say, just if you're gonna be, if you're ever in a situation like this, I know it's almost impossible to ask this, but just let the other car either like hit you or honk. I should have. I don't even know if I honked. I think I just was. Just try. I mean, it's kind of stupid to say. Just try to like have a better reaction, right? But I don't know. It's just I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to say something. But yeah, I mean, it was really really tough. I thought I was gonna die. I genuinely thought I died. Like, like, this is so stupid. The movies where you're like time slows down. It like did that for like it's the only way I can describe it is time slowed down for half a second. But in that half a second, because time didn't feel like it slowed down. Like I wasn't like there for like 5 minutes thinking. No, it was like half a second. I thought in my mind, I'm gonna die. Oh, I can see the freeway the wrong direction. I think my face did this. My face did like, was like, oh, as this is my face as I can see the wrong way on the freeway. And like I distinctly remember having my mouth open like like I'm fucked. So basically after I what was I saying? Sorry, my brain is just kind of fried. But yeah, so so basically it was like in half a second I thought like the things that went through my brain were really interesting. It's like my mom's gonna be so mad that we're gonna have to get like her insurance to go up, which obviously is not. She doesn't give a shit about that, right? She's like I'm just happy you're okay. My car surprisingly is fine. Like my car didn't get hit by anything. My car works just fine. Knock on wood. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that I'm okay. But a bunch of things crossed my head, like oh I'm gonna die. Oh I have homework I need to do. I can't do that in the hospital. Oh, like things like that, like really stupid things. I don't know. I thought about my mom. I'm like, she's gonna be mad at me. She's gonna be so mad. She's gonna be so yeah. It was really tough. I'm really really happy I'm okay. I think I'm gonna get a dash cam. If I had a dash cam, I would upload the footage. I'm not gonna lie, but I really wish I had a dash cam, so I want to see what I saw so I can remember exactly what happened, because I remember more like feelings and some sights, if that makes sense. But that's kind of what happened. So I just wanted to update you guys. I love you all. Please be safe while driving. Don't be the person that merges without looking. Okay, just don't. And yeah, all right. I love you all. See you next video. Bye, everybody. Peace, peace.